Hey guys, my name is Anthony Bartash. I am a student at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. I'm a psychology major, and I figured that I would use this channel to start sharing my experiences with anhedonia, which is one of the major symptoms of depression. I've been suffering from depression for about 6 years now, and my major symptom, people have all sorts of symptoms. You know, certain symptoms can be more pronounced than others in people. For some people with depression, their main symptom is anxiety or sensitivity to stress. For other people with depression, their main symptom is sadness or just like despair. There's a lot of people with depression. It might sound stereotypical, but they just cry all the time. And that doesn't mean that they're not depressed and that they're just faking it. They are actually depressed. That just happens to be one of their main symptoms. And for me, as well as a lot of other people with depression, my main symptom is, and it's one of the hardest to get rid of, you can't really get rid of it with medication that easily. Well, I mean, you could just do drugs, but that's not really a good way to go. I mean, by its very nature, the only way to get rid of anhedonia as far as medication goes is by taking things that give you pleasure, which is drugs, but that's not a good way to go about things. And if you're watching this, you can share in the comments whether you agree or disagree with me. I mean, you know, I'm open to discussion, but no, yeah, I mean, that's just my major symptom is anhedonia, and basically I just don't feel anything. I've been taking a medication known as bupropion or Wellbutrin for the past 2 years. When I started taking Wellbutrin, it was like an explosion. Like suddenly I could feel something. And for the first week, it was like, holy shit, is this how everybody else feels? I feel amazing. And don't get me wrong, it still helps me, like it benefits me to some extent, but it isn't as good as when I first started taking it. And a lot of my anhedonia has just basically come back because over time those kinds of medications lose effectiveness because the reward seeking part of your brain becomes numb to things. And so I was always jealous of the people that were always, they were always satisfied and they were always, easily made happy by things. And to me, it just seems so foreign. Like, no matter how happy I am and no matter, how much happy chemicals I put in my brain eventually just becomes numb to it. And even if I don't use any medication, I'll still become anhedonic. And again, it's not because the medication is numbing my brain. There's something about me where my natural inclination, I guess, neurochemically speaking, is to be understimulated. So that's what my videos are most likely going to be centered around, a lot of them, because that's one of the biggest obstacles I've struggled with my entire life. So this is basically just an introductory video I wanted to put out. And if anybody has any questions or, wants to reach out, that's cool too. But again, this was just my introduction. So this is Anhedonic Anthony signing off.